You're in an awful hurry to get back here, Jim.
I tried to talk him into the suite with a private nurse, but you know the department. Where's Sam?
He had to have the garage door at the other end of the utility corridor busted open. He should be in it by now.
There's usually crawl space all along the corridor, maybe to the back of the building.
You seem to know a lot about this building.
Well, not just this one. I spent a lot of my life in buildings. Courthouses, county jails, penitentiaries. I've had a lot of time to study the architecture. Hey! I promise you, you'll never make it.
During the trial of George Donovan, accused of the slaying of bank guard William Blevin during the Westland National Bank robbery. Just a few moments ago, Donovan escaped with pretty bank teller Irene Nomura, an eyewitness to the robbery slaying. At the latest word, they are apparently trapped in a utility corridor between the courts building and the administration garage. With me now is Mr. Sumi Nomura, father of the hostage. Mr. Nomura has just arrived on the scene. Do you have other children, sir?
No, just the one.
Is there a Mrs. Nomura?
Irene's mother has been dead for many years.
There have been reports there was a threat on your daughter's life before she appeared to testify.
That is true.
Well, did your daughter ask your advice after receiving the threats? Ask if you thought there was risk in her appearing as a witness?
No. In America, young people do not generally ask for much advice.
And if she had?
I would have told her, if it were my choice, I'll take the stand and tell the truth.
Well, in the light of the events of the last few minutes, would you still offer the same advice?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Nomura.
Mr. Nomura?
Oh, Sergeant Stone.
He escaped through a crawl door into the utility corridor here. This building has a system of narrow passageways. We haven't spotted them yet, but we will.
Sergeant Stone, my daughter is still all right.
I just saw her a few minutes ago in the garage. Stone? Who's this? This is Donovan. What do you want? Well, I've been thinking about that. Now, what happened with Russo and Archer? They're both in custody. You have no other way out now, so why don't you give it up? Well, where there's life, there's, you know. All right, I'll tell you what I want. I want a car at 1st and Hill Street in 5 minutes. And I want all the black and white units pulled back at least 5 blocks from that intersection. And I better not see any detectives sitting in unmarked cars. Now, when I'm reasonably certain that there's no police car in close pursuit or no helicopter ready to drop in, I'll turn the girl loose. Suppose I say no? Well, we could go on playing hide-and-go-seek for a while. But sooner or later you'd find me, and you'd think that that'd be just great. Because you've got all those policemen and all that ammunition. Well, I've only got a 45 and 8 shells. But you keep this in mind. When I'm down to the last 2, I don't like to take trips alone. I'll have a car at 1st and Hill.
Sergeant, may I speak to Irene?
Mr. Nomura would like to speak to his daughter. Why not? But make it brief.
Father?
Yes, Irene. I'm here. In the courtroom. It doesn't help things right now, but I am here.
No, Father. You're wrong. It doesn't help.
Yes? Maybe so.
5 minutes.
Take Mr. Nomura out and buy him a cup of coffee, will you?
I've had responses from every man except Burton on the mezzanine.
He's all alone there?
The floor's only half used. Mostly court stenographers' offices. You could have made that from the utility corridor.
Jim, take the car down to First and Hill, will you? And Ray, follow him there in another car and bring him back.
Sure, sir.
Well, if he's really on the mezzanine, he's in one of the offices there. He's got a very clear view of First and Hill. We better pull back all black and white units, all uniformed officers, including guards, and tell everybody to switch to the emergency channel on their walkie-talkies.
Sam, even if we do everything he asks, there's no guarantee he's going to let the girl go.
Yeah, I know. But I don't think he's going to go for the car. He could just as easily reach the mall.
Less than 2 minutes now.
Suppose Sam's wrong. I mean, suppose he gets away with the girl. You spent a lot of time talking to Donovan. You think he'd turn her loose?
No. She's a witness now to 2 capital crimes. Once he doesn't need her anymore, I think he'd figure it makes more sense to kill her than keep her alive.
What happens to your girlfriend?
She'll be bailed out by midnight. We'll find each other. Open it.
Then she's a fugitive too. Hunted.
Look, honey, I didn't make the world.
Neither did she.
You're not as afraid as you were before.
Only a little less. I've been thinking, as long as I'm alive, you have a chance. But if you kill me, then you lose that chance.
Well, let's hope we both make it.
Our man in the tower across the street reports no one has approached the vehicle at First and Hill. I have 5 minutes plus 1 now.
If he comes out here, we're going to have to stop him.
And the girl?
If he gets to Broadway, it'll be 50 girls.
Sam, Donovan wouldn't pay much attention to a janitor hauling trash. I think I could pass for one, don't you?
We think we've spotted the subject and the girl dropping from a mezzanine window, approaching the tunnel to the mall.
You were right, Sam.
Sir, would you come here a moment, please?
Nice and easy, Irene. Just a couple of tourists. We'll take in the mall and then on to Broadway.
Where did they all go?
Oh, they're around.
Subject and girl have crossed to and entered the mall.
Okay, we'll take it from here.
doing fine, Irene. You're almost home free.
Over here, Donovan. I figure we still got 2 shots left.
I'll try for the first.
All right, Donovan, it's all over.
I'm afraid I have tears in my eyes, Irene.
I'm afraid you do, Father.
Well, so long as it doesn't become a habit. Oh, Sergeant Stone, I thank you very much. Detective
Briggs, quite welcome.
This is Detective Hendricks, Father. He just risked his life to save mine.
There's no word to express my...
We don't need them, Mr. Nomura.
You have a very brave daughter, Mr. Nomura.
Thank you. I think there has been enough bravery to go around today.
I wouldn't argue with you there, sir. Ray, did you say that Mr. Nomura and Irene got home safely?
Sure, Sam.